What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having an amazing day so far. My name is EQ. Welcome to EQ Trades. Today we're going to be going over Kaspa, which is going to be a DAG and also a layer 1 solution with a proof of work mechanism. But before we get into all that, let me just remind you all that none of this is financial advice. This is not a paid promotion. I was not paid or received any sort of payment from the Kaspa team. I just like this project, and at the time of making this video, I do not hold any Kaspa in my portfolio. Now we got all that out of the way, let's jump into it. I think that Kaspa has the opportunity of being a top 25 project moving forward long term. This ecosystem is very unique. It is a layer 1 proof of work ecosystem similar to Bitcoin. The big difference is that this isn't actually a blockchain. This is what's called a block DAG. Now, this isn't the first DAG that we've seen, but this is the first block DAG, which is going to be more of a hybrid between a blockchain and a DAG. And in short, a DAG is just going to be the next level of a blockchain. And I know before we get into that, it is a little bit ahead of its time, but that's why I love this project so much. Now, because of the way that it is created, it will be fully decentralized, open source, and a scalable layer 1 solution, unlike Bitcoin, which even with Lightning has had trouble with its actual scaling solutions. And it maintains the overall integrity and the main point of being a cryptocurrency in the long run, which was a proof of work from the beginning. So yes, you are able to mine Kaspa, and that's a really big component of this project as well, and why a lot of people, especially retailers, are getting into this and buying miners so that they can start mining Kaspa. Now, this is going to be a very easy visualizer of how a block DAG works. Now, in a normal blockchain, it would just go block by block, one by one by one, but you can see how we're going through multiple paths, and the sequence and the directions are changing, and the patterns are going to be changing consistently as well. That's going to be what makes a block DAG so strong, and what makes it such a scalable and viable option, because you're able to process a lot more transactions than a standard Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Monero, for example. And Kaspa is a proof of work crypto that implements the GHOSTDAG protocol. So unlike a traditional blockchain, the GHOSTDAG does not orphan blocks created in parallel, but what it's really going to do is allow these blocks to coexist and order them in consensus. So that's kind of what you're seeing with this multiple direction versus a single layer blockchain. Now this is able to change, be multi-directional or bi-directional, and add a little bit more security on top of scalability for a proof of work layer 1 solution, which is fantastic. And really the main vision behind Kaspa was to, like I was saying, maintain the integrity of what Satoshi Nakamoto was making with the Nakamoto consensus, which is what was the principle or the main principle that was embedded into Bitcoin. So essentially what Kaspa is trying to do is be the version 2 of that Nakamoto consensus. And like I was saying before, this project is ahead of its time because it is a DAG. We're still in the blockchain phase, and most people are still learning about what a blockchain is. So when you're talking about hash graphs, DAGs, anything like that, it's going to be next level. But it is important to talk about moving forward because that is the future of crypto. Now, as a coin itself, you're looking at a $4.3 billion market cap sitting at number 28 overall. And I do personally believe that this could break into the top 15, ultimately surpassing Litecoin and some of the other different proof of work projects that have been around for, let's say, 6 years at this point minimum. Now, Kaspa was introduced in 2022, so it was introduced in the bear run, but you can see every single time it's had an impulse move, it's created all-time highs, which is very bullish to see going into a bull run. That means that there's a lot of people and a lot of volume that's already going into this ecosystem. So when we actually get into a true bull run and we get into, let's say, the $5 to $11 trillion market cap for the entire crypto market, then we could really see this run up. And I do see the potential of this, getting into the top 15. And with that being said, you have to remember that this is hitting all-time highs. So right now, I'm looking for this to pull back, especially because if you're watching my videos, I've been talking about this pullback for Bitcoin and some of the weaknesses that I've been seeing in the Bitcoin chart. So we can see that we've been following this uptrend on the daily for quite some time. We haven't broken it yet. When we actually break this trend, that's when I'll start to look for this downside. But all in all, using a Fibonacci retracement, we can see some pretty nice moves all the way down to about the 6 to 9 cent range, which from current price is going to be a relatively strong move down. From current price, that'll be give or take a 47 to 61% pullback, which is a lot, but you have to remember that this is an altcoin. And then let's say that Bitcoin does want to pull back to the 40K range, maybe even potentially test into the high 30s. We could easily see a project like this pull back and get a serious retracement because the market cap is so low. But at that same token, like we were just saying, it's sitting at a $4 billion market cap. So if this did want to pull back 50%, then ultimately you can get in on this at around the $2 billion market cap and you're going to be doubling your profits moving forward from that point because you were patient and waiting for a good buying opportunity. Because I'm not going to buy when things are moving up like this, especially if we've seen an uptrend so far. I would have much rather buy up here and take profit over here. Now, obviously, none of this is financial advice. This is just what I see on the charts, how I trade. But I would say that most people would agree with that. So right now, I wouldn't be buying up here. But I do want to see this pull back down and get a healthy retracement, because if it does, let's say, get into the 6180 or the 7860, moving forward on the low end, we could see this hit take profit 2 or take profit 3. And that's going to put us just at about 27 to 32 cents, which is great. So if you were to get in, for example, let's say hypothetically you get into a long position at about 9 cents and you can ride this up to about 27 cents, you're looking at potentially a 200% play without leverage or anything like that. If this went to take profit 3, you could theoretically get up to about a 259% play, which is another great look for a project like this, and something that is already pretty secure, knowing that it's in the top 50 already. So it's not like you're taking that much of a skeptical guess into it. They have everything they need. And again, they haven't even gone through an actual bull run yet, and they're already in the top 25. So I do believe long run Kaspa is going to have a great year this year. And I think it's going to be one of those that do get overlooked in the short haul, just because there are 10,000 crypto projects. But at the end of the day, I do have this on my watch list moving forward. And I'm really interested to see what happens moving into the next bull run with Kaspa. So this is going to about wrap up the video. If you do have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section. If you learn anything in this video, like the video, subscribe to my channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you want to come trade with me, you can go check out the Epic Trading Floor. You get access to buy and sell signals, overlays, oscillators, our academy, so on and so forth. And that also comes with a 7-day free trial. Obviously, no risk to you. If you don't like what you see, you can always leave, and you don't have to pay a penny for it. So if you're interested, those are limited seats, and you can hit that link in the description, or I'll tag it in the video, and that's how you can get into the Epic Trading Floor. So with that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll catch you on the next one.